morning! Today I am going to something called FutureFest, which is happening off in East London, and it's a conference or event where there's talks and exhibitions about what life is going to be like in the future in terms of food and relationships and technology. I'm here with this one. Anna's coming along. And if I learn one thing, that's the goal, to learn one thing today, and not do it like I did the next web where I tried to learn everything and then got stressed out and had to sit down and chill out. So we'll see what that one thing is at the end of the day. Beep, beep, boop, boop, boop. That's how we're all going to be talking in the future. For the Americans, that we genuinely do have red London buses. Look at that. It's exciting, isn't it? On the tube now, quite tired. We need coffee fairly soon. Look at the tiredness. See? Right. There it is.
There you go, if you'd like to.
Grab, swag and water. We need to find where coffee happens, and then we need to go and sit down and listen to things.
Straight after this, we're going to be looking at the amazing Humans TV series, which was exploring those boundaries of the human and the non-human, but let's reassert a bit of our humanity.
So that's the first two talks, and I said I wanted to learn just one thing today, but I've actually learnt at least two things. The first thing I have learnt is what Nesta do, and Nesta try and report on the trends of like how the future's going to look, and then they also try and shape the future in good ways. So that's good, because I feel I should have probably researched that before we came. And then the second thing that I learned, which was I thought really interesting, was we saw a talk from the people behind the series Humans, which is all about these humanoid robots. And what was fascinating is that they had to send the actors through synth school, so synth is synthetic humans, what they call the robots, and they had to send them through a school to teach them how to act like robots. So I learned a lot about when I build out my robot for the future and when I replace Anna with a version that is entirely robotic, I'll know what to do. Now at the Economist stand, where they are giving away insect ice cream, and the reason they're giving away insect ice cream is partly to give people freebies and to sell copies of the Economist, but also to highlight the point that insects and bugs are a fantastic source of protein, and they're much less damaging to the environment to farm than meat and animals that we use for meat. There's some mealworm hanging about in there, and in here we've got crickets. So this is berry mealworm. I've got a whole pot of it here that I'm going to eat. Yeah, I mean, it tastes like fruity, but it's got like a sort of cardboardy,
Crunchy, bitter aftertaste.
A critter, crunchy
Have you
and
seen
bitter.
the close-up of the
Yeah.
actual worms in there?
Yeah, I just want to dig out a... Where is
There
it?
you
There's
go.
a bit
There's
of worm.
a little white. A
Go
little
on,
worm.
feed me some.
Wiggly worms.
You just can't catch them?
Wiggly worms.
I mean, I'm down for trying most things, but if they're going to make this insect food and insect ice cream successful, they're probably going to have to sort of crush it down and make it look like something else. I think the look and the association is what is going to freak people out. But it tastes all right. Just a bit too literal. Do you know what I mean? Now going into Love After Death, there are two tents. There's this one over here, which is all about passing on your data and social media profiles and who owns all your online content after you die. And that one over there is all about interesting ways you can dispose of your body. You can have your body turned into ashes, you can be cremated, but then some of the more creative uses of the ashes, you can be pressed into a vinyl. You can have your ashes pressed into vinyl, so maybe you'd record your voice before you die. You can have your ashes put into a firework. Go out with a bang. There's all elements of life and death covered at FutureFest. Cybathlon. So what is this stand that we're in now?
So stand is about Sabathon. Sabathon is like Paralympics, where you can use medical devices.
Bionic prosthetic hand tripod grip for picking up small items. You've got power grip for like handlebars, lawnmower type thing. You move the thumb over. You've got key grip, so plates, things like that. And then finger point type.
Also just pointing at people.
I'm competing in the upper limb powered race. You're moving puzzles with awkward shapes from one location to another. You cut a loaf of bread.
Have you tried using other prosthetics aside from this one?
Not for the race.
No, but just in life, I mean.
Yes, in life.
And how does this compare? Is this vastly different, better?
It's vastly different. The Autobot hand just did that.
Oh, that's quite limiting.
That is it. Yeah, these fingers didn't even work.
Oh.
Whereas now I've got all full 5 movements.
Can we do? Oh wow, crikey!
The best is
That's a little exercise.
we can shake hands. Shake hands.
Oh.
Ladies first.
Ooh,
Good.
that is a firm grip. very firm grip.
And this hand is the first time.
Touching my girlfriend quite a long time there. Just saying.
Hello, how you doing? But this is the first time with this hand that I can shake hands.
Oh wow.
The other limbs I've had couldn't do it.
Is there any activity that is better to do with this than a real hand?
Well, twisting. I can't twist my wrist all the way around.
But do you use that for anything?
Using the key in the door.
Oh yeah, just keep it turning around.
Go all the way around.
On this stand over here, there are games that you can play using the power of your mind to control things that are happening on the screen. Anna is horrifically competitive though, so
What? No.
this will be interesting. Can we pronounce this word here?
Electronencephalography.
Well done, nailed it. How many times have you had to say that today?
Quite a few.
Good.
So this is EEG. It's a brain-computer interface. So depending on what you're doing, what you're thinking, your brain releases waves at different frequencies.
Looking for brains. Where are they? Where are they? Anna, your brain is beautiful. Look at it. It's so, look at the colours.
Go dancing around.
This first game is focused on gamma waves. So that's maths and focusing. You have to think really hard about something and try to get the barrel to burst.
Smash it, smash it. Anna, what are the lyrics to your favourite song?
Thriller.
So
by Michael
let's
Jackson.
think about the words to the
Okay.
and sing it in your head, or is that just going to relax you more?
That might relax her. Oh no, it's just concentrating, yeah.
Now sing Thriller backwards.
I'm
No,
literally not
no.
getting there.
This one's got to do with alpha waves, and that's relaxation and meditation.
Look at that, it is already way up.
There you go.
Way up.
Yeah.
You are so chill. I'm going to see if I can beat Anna's score.
Yeah, you can see it's different with each person.
Are you doing an equation? Oh, we're just so nearly the top. Keep going, keep thinking. Keep thinking.
Ah, smashed it. Smashed it. I was trying to do the alphabet backwards. 1-0 to Ali. but
Wow.
That's fine.
See how well you do on the old relaxation. This is Alistair's chill face. Oh, it has not even left the ground.
I've had a lot of coffee.
Not even left. Oh, teetering. Best float height is currently 0.73.
Wait, shut up.
I concentrated on my breathing. Learn that from yoga. Oh, hey-o.
That's about as relaxed as I'm probably going to get. We got 7.6. All right, fine.
It's a
1-0.
draw.
It's a draw.
You're more thinky, I'm more chill.
And that's why we work.
Every object on the screen that you will see in virtual reality has its own weight, mass and texture.
And he's getting the texture through feedback
he
in
should
that.
get, he should get the weight, the texture,
Yeah.
the shape through the feedback from the robots that he's
Yeah, I
controlling
can
there.
feel
Oh,
it.
right. We've got little quizzes. What kind of futurist are you? Beep, beep, boop, 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 beep, beep.
That is how computers work.
Stopped off for a little bit of lunch. I had some mac and cheese for £7 and I paid £9 for some disappointing chicken. So maybe FutureFest food, not the best. FutureFest food, not the best. Something else.
I'm in a vest.
We're going to go to a talk now about the future of sex in the workplace or something. What's it called?
Sex in the Office, the future of love and work.
There it is. Let's find out what is the future of love and work. Another very good talk at FutureFest. That was from a lady called Cindy Gallup. She was talking about basically take women seriously is the gist of it, because even in 2016 we're still clearly not every aspect of commerce and life. We're still sort of treating women as second-class citizens, whereas she was proving lots of ways in which treating women equally, or in fact possibly even thinking about women first, can actually add a ton of money and value to your business and can just make the world a better place. Explain what's happening here. Why are you having your painting done here?
So I was in the collective reality installation, and he walked up to me and asked if he could paint me.
And why are you painting people, sir?
That's what I do. I'm a painter.
Why at FutureFest specifically?
Because I'm from the future.
This is what life is going to be like, just walking up and painting people.
That's it. We won't have anything else to do. Everything else will be taken care of
By the robots.
I'm the most futuristic person here, in fact.
I mean, the hat says it all. So these are giant floating balls. Why are there floating balls, sir?
These are dancing spheres, and they're listening to the beats per minute from the DJ when he's playing behind, and then they're like animating towards the music and the intensity. And then like we can say, for example, if we would turn them all very low.
Ah,
and then
okay.
if like the DJ has like one moment where he really
wants the drop to come.
Yeah.
Drop it, drop that beat. Oh, he's dropped it. The crowd are going wild. I said the crowd are going wild. There we go. Supposed to be 4 DJs, or is it for anything else?
Like we are renting this out for events.
Anna's caused a great chain reaction of chaos.
We have 3 avatars here, and over there under the microscope is blue cheese and jelly, which is growing mold, and 2 sensors are picking up the pH level from there. As the mold grows, it's creating disruption in the parameters that define the avatar's speech and facial expressions. That's crazy. So it's basically like this biological
Mold-controlled avatar controller.
So it's basically like a brain damage coming from a biological virus into the artificial intelligence.
This one is terrifying. Look at this one. Nom, 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 nom. And why?
Well, it's kind of like a metaphor of what happens to artificial intelligence as it becomes ill, as if humans become ill, real humans.
Right, so in a world where the machines can think for themselves, there is going to be some way that they get sick. This is really weird. So there is an experience called Coming Out and a talk called Coming Out. We're going to go see the talk now. And the experience is that you get given headphones and like a phone, and it's a location-based drama about going on a date. So we'll try and do that a little bit later. There's a bit of a queue, so we'll try and do that in a little bit. So that was very interesting. That was a talk by the guy who's created the Coming Out experience, and he was talking about the differences between virtual reality, augmented reality, and how the rise in things like escape rooms and secret cinema and a whole lot of other things are because people want to have an experience that's both communal and personal at the same time. So it's communal, so you don't feel like an idiot doing something on your own. You're doing something with a lot of other people, but at the same time you can choose how the experience goes, which bits of it you see when. Now we're queuing up for the Coming Out experience, and I'll try if I can to talk about what's happening in my ears as I go around. So it's location-based. Bluetooth sort of hotspots are dotted around the whole venue, and it will therefore change what we hear based on what direction we choose to walk in, and it's specifically designed for this space. I got my headphones, got my smartphone in there, and then we're going to get another brief where we get to choose which date we want to go on. I hope they like me. What if I get rejected? So I got a preview, and there seems to be 2 women and 1 guy, which was interesting. Anna's already set off. She's not waiting around. All right, I'm going to choose the one that was in an office and seems bored, which apparently is the most adult one. So this is going to be fun and or awkward. I've been told just to keep walking till I get to the railing and then stop. I'm doing what she said. It's just started the next piece of audio. Oh, she's a live streamer in this world, which I think means naughty things. I've been told to go to a bar to get a drink. So I think what happens when I get to the next place... Oh, I'm there already. It's just beeped. Okay, now I need to stand by the bar. Oh, Anna is blatantly on the dirty date as well. There she is. Just been told to come into the loo. Apparently she's been in there the whole time. This is really weird. In the story, she's now playing with herself in the cubicle. She seems to be enjoying herself. The slightly awkward thing is that now I know anyone with headphones, these headphones standing over by that toilet, is listening to audio of a woman masturbating. So I might just walk past there later and just see if there's any people, just like stare at people and see if it makes them sheepish or uncomfortable. I got a password to give to the bouncer, just gave him that. I'm now in a nightclub bit, which as you can see, is pretty full, it's pretty intense. That guy's enjoying it. And there's music playing for, I don't know, indefinitely. Just gonna dance around in here for a little while. It was weird. And so what we did was we walked around.
Did you dance in the room?
A little bit.
You go into a room and you kind of have a little silent disco with your date. And there was no one in the room when I was in there, so I was like...
Me neither, but I danced around a bit.
Shapes.
But the disco bit started, this is the trouble with Bluetooth, I guess, the disco bit started before I got in there. So while I was talking to the bouncer, I was like, hello, my name is... Oh, shit. And also I thought you could choose which bit of the story, the guy was talking about you could choose what you did when. But it didn't seem that way, like it was just like instruction. It was a bit strange. I quite like the concept. Do you want to now go over to the toilets and look at people with headphones? We could go and look at people who are listening to a woman masturbate and just like stare at them and be like, we know what you're doing, stop it.
I don't want to do that.
Quite a clever concept, just not quite there on the delivery yet.
It's cool. I mean, for people who like punch drunk and like immersive performance or like secret cinema, I think it's interesting.
It's a starting point. I think it needs a bit.
It's kind of a taster of something that could have gone a lot further.
Yeah, it's the end of the day. FutureFest 2016. I think I'm just gonna drive home now. They've given me one of these to just to drive myself, so I just get in here. No, it's not mine really. It's very gold. Some interesting speakers, some interesting experiences, some wacky people, woman masturbating on an audio thing. I mean, it had a bit of everything, really. That's I look for that in most days out. 3 things I'm going to take away with me today. 1, Cybathlon exists, and that would be really good to go and see at some point and like watch as an audience member. 2, women. Let's stop treating them differently, broadly speaking. And 3, we need to play more. People need to play more. We need to let kids play more, and that's how they learn. Those are 3 things I'm going to take away with me today from FutureFest 2016. Anna says, agrees. Anna says thumbs up. I hope you like the video. Subscribe to my channel if you want to see me walking around with a camera at more things, and give it a thumbs up if you enjoyed it. And I'll see you another time. Bye.